On this song right now is EQ and compression. I usually I record with EQ and compression on there just so I can get a clean recording, and it actually makes it easier to mix when it's already like EQ'd. So that's kind of what you hear on there is that EQ and that you hear that little compression working. But I throw a compressor and EQ on each track, but then I also send all the tracks through, all the vocal tracks through another compressor, and I put a de-esser on the compressor that I send all the tracks through as well, versus putting a de-esser on each track. So I just go ahead and I set the de-esser to where I want it to be at, and I put that on all the vocals. And then I have a compressor that I send all the vocals through, just to make sure there's enough compression, just to make sure there's enough compression on the vocals. Because you need to have some compression on the vocals, just to make them pop, because the vocals need to pop. Alright, so I have cleaned up this song. Dead space, dead air, anything in between is gone. There might still be some breaths in there that I need to take out, but for the most part, we have got down to the nitty bagritties, man. We got down to the nitty bajitties. So we're stripping that out. Okay, so let's get to it, man. This is the track. It's cleaned up how it needs to be. Whoop-de-woo. This is how it should look. Not really no dead space between the tracks. Nice and clean. And it's already EQ'd. There's already compression on every track. So now it's just like a little bit of fun that you can have. Just listen to it. Set all the volumes right. I kind of got all my lead vocals set to 0. And my background vocals are somewhere between like -7, -9 dBs. So that's where I got my volume set. So then after that, it's just a matter of touching it up with just slight little effects. Nothing too heavy. Now with the EQ, when I said I needed to take out something, and it was the low end, and I just need to take out more of the low end, probably from the lead vocal. So that's what I would do first. Go to my EQ, take some more of that low end out.
Yeah, I can see it with my own eyes. Cat tongue, so I can't lie. Still young, so I got time. Still stressed with my pops. Still feel like I'm a bad guy. Still feel like I'm a rabbi. I'm just buzzing on my Gemini. Yeah, tap in Gemini vibes. Tap into a nigga's soul.
Yeah, and so I like that. This preset, this vocal cleanup preset, it pretty much gets where I need to be. I want to take down some of this mid too. I usually automatically can trim the mid at that frequency, and then bring it down a couple of decibels. Bring the gain down a couple decibels. So I'm just trying to take away, even though this does boost to the high end, probably even bring it down on here if I'm going to boost it with something else.
I can see it with my own eyes. Cat tongue, so I can't lie. Still young, so I got time. Still stressed with my pops. Still feel like I'm a bad guy. Still feel like I'm a rabbi. I'm just buzzing on my Gemini. Yeah, tap in Gemini vibes. Tap into a nigga's soul. Young nigga, but an old soul. Yeah, slick nigga, I got soul glow. But I be yelling black power like an afro. I've been crucified 100 times. Survived hell more than half my life. I saw my oldest walk out. I'm just buzzing on my Gemini. Tap in Gemini vibes.
did so far was I tweaked the EQ like I said I needed to do, like with his with the low ends. I took out the low end, not all of it, but just a nice amount to where the low rumbly sounds is gone. And then I went through, put a little bit of effects on all the vocals, a little bit of reverb on the main vocals, a little bit of distortion on the backup vocals, and made sure everything was the right volume. I put the telephone effect on the ad libs, and I turned them up some. The next thing I would do is add some reverb and delay to the backtracks and the ad libs.
I can see it with my own eyes. Cat tongue, so I can't lie. Still young, so I got time. Still stressed with my pops. Still feel like I'm a bad guy. Still feel like I'm a rabbi. I'm just buzzing on my Gemini. Yo, tap in and Gemini vibes. Tap into a nigga's soul. Young nigga, but an old soul. Slick nigga, I got soul glow. But I be yelling black power like an afro. I've been crucified 100 times. Survived hell more than half my life. I saw my oldest walk out my life. I gave my all and tried my best for me to do them right. But the system had other plans. And baby mom steady playing. Cops out here killing kids. And she steady poisoning their heads. Enough about that shit though. I'ma testify tonight and let the shit go. But that don't mean I'm praying. That shit ain't never worked for a nigga, I'm just saying. I just seen it with my own eyes. Cat tongue, so I can't lie. Still young, so I got time. Still stressed when my pops die. Still feel like I'm a bad guy. Still feel like I'm a rabbi. I'm just buzzing on my Gemini. Yo, tap in and Gemini vibes. Off of this ghost, I'm drunk as shit. My heart is destroyed, it resides on my head. Right by the barrel, the clip it extends. I really don't even know where to begin. Really, I just want this shit to end. The only family that I got is my pen. Snakes in the grass explains my friend. That's in the back when they shaking your hand.
Yeah, I like that. I almost don't even need to add a whole lot of echo. I usually like to add echo and feedback to the ad libs, but I kind of like how they just sitting in the background. I don't have to add too much to them. This is kind of like a serious song where I really want you to focus more on the lead vocal more so than
that shit though. I'ma testify tonight and let the shit go. But that don't mean I'm praying. That shit ain't never worked for a nigga, I'm just saying. I just seen it with my own eyes. Cat tongue, so I can't lie. Still young, so I got time. Still stressed when my pops die. Still feel like I'm a bad guy. Still feel like I'm a rabbi. I'm just buzzing on my Gemini. Yo, tap in and Gemini vibes. Off of this ghost, I'm drunk as shit. My heart is destroyed, it resides on my head. Right by the barrel, the clip it extends. I really don't even know where to begin. Really, I just want this shit to end. The only family that I got is my pen. Snakes in the grass explains my friend. That's in the back when they shaking your hand. Supposed to be my nigga though, but really like my brother, yo. Just different mothers, bro. Niggas saying that they down, but you don't really know.